Hello all, welcome back to Chestnut. Today we'll be looking at top 5 moves played by Hikaru, the guy who predicts the future. Stick to the end of the video, you will not regret the crazy set of moves you will be seeing at the end of the video. Without wasting your time, let's just directly look at those moves. At number 5, we have Hikaru versus Andrew. Andrew with black pieces here played knight d2, attacking both rook and bishop. But Hikaru doesn't care. Hikaru sacrifices his rook. If you take the rook, you can't stop the pawn promotion. So Andrew takes the bishop, then brings the knight in to defend the pawn promotion. Hikaru attacks the knight, Andrew brings the other knight in. But here, as you guessed it, Hikaru goes knight e5. Now the pawn cannot be stopped as Hikaru can take both the knights. Hence Andrew resigned. Coming to number 4, we have Hikaru against the FM. His real name is not mentioned. So Hikaru is playing with white pieces and in this position he sacrifices his bishop. If you don't take it, then you will lose a rook. Here black actually takes it, which is a mistake because now Hikaru can play rook f7. If rook takes it, then queen j6 is a mate. If queen takes it, then you can take it back with the rook and black can't even recapture as queen j6 will be made. Coming at number 3, we have Hikaru versus Martinez. In this position, Hikaru sacrifices his rook. If queen takes it, then it is a fork, but even 1,000 yellow can see it. What's so special about it? The main idea here isn't the fork, but the black pawns are extremely weak, while all of the white pawns are defended. Hikaru will create a chaos and capture all the pawns. As you can see, queen f5, Hikaru with knight d4, then queen h3 to create some counterplay. But knight goes to f3, shutting down the queen. Then pawn g5, but rook checks and takes back the pawn. Same way more checks comes and Hikaru will eat the pawns. Now Martinez resigns as the h pawn cannot be stopped and queen is stuck at h1. Here is a bonus move where Hikaru played against Liam. Hikaru first sacrifices his bishop and the rook can't take it as a5 will be open up for the attack. So pawn takes it, then Hikaru forks rook and queen. But Liam goes rook b6, hoping he will capture the pawn later. But Hikaru had different plans. Hikaru sacrifices his queen. The king has to take it and then it is a forced mate. At number 2, we have Hikaru versus Robert Hess, who is a GM. Hikaru is playing with black pieces and his knight is under attack. But instead of defending it, Hikaru gives up a rook for a bishop. But now will he defend the knight? No, Hikaru sacrifices the knight with the queen e5. Hess is confused but takes the knight. But now Hikaru sacrifices his rook. If king takes it, then you will lose a queen as rook is pinned by bishop. So Hess goes king c1, Hikaru takes back the knight, Hess takes the rook and Hikaru takes it back. Hikaru goes queen c3, threatening mate and wins the bishop. Here white pawns are completely weak but black pawns are so strong. Even though there may be a rook against a bishop, still black will win this game. Coming down to number 1, it's none other than Hikaru against Hans Niemann. Everyone knows about Hans. Hikaru played an insane 4 brilliant moves against Hans. Hans with the white pieces attacks the bishop, but Hikaru gives up a rook for a knight, setting up for an unthinkable attack that is about to come. Now Hikaru sacrifices the knight. If you take the knight, then bishop takes pawn with the check. Then black can go bishop d2, pinning the queen. Rook or knight can't take the bishop as queen h1 will be mate. So queen has to take it, but still it will be a mate as king can't go up the board because pawns will come for the attack. So Hans goes knight h5. But here comes brilliant move number 3. Pawn f6, giving up the knight again. Hans takes it, and then comes the same set of sequence as mentioned before. Hikaru literally destroyed Hans in this game. So if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. If you have any suggestion, feel free to comment it down. I will try to improve it. So bye.